Hey Cal Bears, and welcome to this week's episode of the Berkeley Beat. This week, find out who is speaking at the general commencement ceremony, the future state of ebooks, and much more. I'm Denesha Williams, and the Berkeley Beat starts now. Apple creator Steve Wozniak will be the keynote speaker at the 2013 general commencement ceremony. Wozniak co-founded the company in 1976 with the late Steve Jobs. He is now the chief scientist for the computer software and hardware systems company Fusion-io. Wozniak is also a Cal alum, majoring in electrical engineering and computer science and graduating in 1986. The general commencement ceremony will be held for the first time in the newly renovated Memorial Stadium on May 18th at 10 a.m. On February 15th, UC President Mark Yudof released an open letter to UC employees about salary increases. Due to the UC system taking nearly $1 billion in state funding cuts, UC employees, like the Chancellor, will not receive salary increases this school year. However, Yudof is hopeful that with the passing of Proposition 30 in November and the possible reinvestment into the UCs by the governor's budget proposal will stabilize the UC budget and provide increases for the 2013-2014 school year. This past week has been National Eating Disorder Awareness Week, and the new club Body Piece held an event on Friday in recognition. This year's theme was Everybody Knows Somebody, to represent how eating disorders can affect anyone.
Women and men have eating disorders, and you can't tell based on how their physical appearance, and that they don't realize that it's a psychological mental illness.
Former Cal student Lizzie B. Love talked about her experiences battling different eating disorders, including anorexia and binge eating. Participants also signed on ribbons to express what they loved about life and themselves to gain better self-esteem. The night concluded with the screening of Misrepresentation, a film exploring media representations of women. At the School of Information, students and faculty are working towards enhancing the future use of ebooks.
We're also interested in how to enhance a book to make it an effective ebook, and that's a more tricky question you might think. It doesn't mean just throwing in some pictures and some YouTube movies. It means which kinds of new content actually add value to help students learn better, learn richer kind of connections with the material. So,
Professor Glushko is the instructor for Information 290, a class dedicated to figuring out how to make ebooks more interactive for students, professors, and authors.
As we have more computing power and greater bandwidth, we can do more things with it, right? I mean, we could have, video collaboration between students in the middle of the ebook, for example, right? So I think the sky's the limit.
Professor Glushko hopes these changes improve how students learn and allow them to collaborate with each other to create a better understanding of the content they're reading. And now it's time for Pick of the Week. This week we chose Sheng Kee Bakery on Telegraph. The Sheng Kee Bakery had their grand opening on February 25th and has been busy non-stop. The Asian-style bakery has tons of different goods, including custard buns, danishes, and tarts. Customers can also enjoy Pics coffee and milk teas. Well, that's all for this week's episode of the Berkeley Beat. Be sure to tune in and watch CalTV all week long.